I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Now, let's deep dive into the electrifying world of astrology, understanding and exploring the passionate and mysterious planetary position called Venus in Scorpio. Now, if you know somebody and if you have this kind of placement, or if you have even any planet in Scorpio, this can be a very good understanding, very informative video for you. Let's discuss that in detail. What does Venus in Scorpio means? And in the upcoming videos, we'll discuss the transit analysis of Venus in Scorpio. But try to understand what really Venus in Scorpio is all about. But before that, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. And if you want to take my consultation, you can drop me an email. And if you want to follow me on Instagram for reels and other interesting stuff, do follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description box below. And if you want to book a system generated report, that is a comprehensive 300+ page report about your horoscope, including all your divisional charts, your dasha, mahadasha, 10 years of overview analysis of your life, and numerology section as a bonus, you can get that report from the link in the description box below. Let's begin. Let's deep dive into the mysterious world of Venus in Scorpio. So, what exactly does it mean to have Venus in Scorpio? So, imagine like this: the planet of love, the planet of beauty, the planet that represents passion, deep dives into the depth of mysteriousness, into the deep, surprising, enigmatic waters of Scorpio. It's a fusion of Mars and Venusian energy. But what happens when an emotional, watery planet such as Venus, the one that represents the relationship, connects with the energies of Scorpio? It triggers an emotional chain reaction. It is an emotional powerhouse, and this can create fierce desire. This can create a great need for connection with people around you, a longing for a life partner. It is like an insatiable desire. The only problem arises when this Venus in Scorpio is affected by Rahu Ketu. Then this becomes never-ending situation. This hunger never goes away, and that means this can create problems in relationship. Obviously, you will have to scrutinize this as per individual horoscope. The thing with Venus in Scorpio is that the nature is to go into the depth of everything, into the depth of relationship. You start loving the secrets. You start loving the intensity of everything, and you try to seek the similar level of intensity in almost everything. You tend to have a very strong engagement with people around you. This can create a very magnetic aura, but here you will have to be careful. You may end up attracting negative energies. Now, if you want to discuss about the sole core property of Venus, which is love and relationship, now you have Venus in Scorpio. It's like a wildfire. It's intense, it's consuming, and it is very transformative in nature. Today, you may like somebody at a certain point of view, with a certain point of view. Suddenly, your point of view varies and changes with experience of life. Now, this can make you unsettled emotionally. So, you'll have to deal with it very carefully. You crave for deep consciousness that will, touch your soul. So, it's more like, I have seen people with Venus and Scorpio waiting for, deep love and connection, and longing for soulmate level of connection. And sometimes they end up trying and searching and hurting themselves in the process. So you'll have to be very careful when Venus is in Scorpio, both in transit as well as in your horoscope. But you know why? Because if you keep on thinking about somebody, if you keep on thinking about an event, this can make you possessive. This can make you jealous. You might end up comparing your relationship, your own personal state of mind, your own happiness with the entire world. And therefore, in the modern day and age, with all the social media available, with the Instagram available, this can be a very bad jealousy kind of thing be developing in your heart. So you need to be very careful here. And on the contrary, if you are loyal to someone, you will go 200%. You are like extremely fierce in your loyalty, but there is always fear in your mind. Why? Because you have lost trust many times. Because when Venus is in Scorpio by birth, in the early age, you may end up trusting the wrong person, and therefore now you have lost that trust. The Venus in Scorpio is very curious, so that curiosity without guidance may lead you to disaster. So this is something that you should know. If you don't know how to walk a path, either don't walk that path or seek guidance from someone who is elder to you. Now, this can create vulnerability of mind. This can make you very vulnerable to emotions, and someone can easily take benefit of this vulnerability, and this can devastate you. But on the other side, flip side, remember Scorpio has this Anuradha Nakshatra. So Venus in Scorpio is dedication to divine. It's a kind of love that a human person has never seen before. So when you give your 200%, nobody can be as dedicated as you. But then again, you are responsible for your own actions and your own decisions. It's your life and you have to decide what is right for you. And when you do a karma, karma comes with consequences. So when you do something, do it consciously, do it proactively, and don't allow the Scorpion energy to dominate your mind a lot. Otherwise, you will end up exploring in the dark. Now, if you see the darkness of Scorpio, this mysterious landscape of the Scorpio zodiac sign, you will see that there is an irresistible magnetism. There is a weird level of attraction, and this can be lustful at times, and this can be very spiritual at times, sometimes tantric in nature. So if you have Venus in Scorpio, you will draw a lot of attention, and this attention can be sometimes funny, sometimes it may make you feel good, it may make you feel that you are the center of attraction, but this can be very problematic if it happens again and again and you end up attracting wrong set of energies. So if you have Venus in Scorpio and you're doing some tantric practices or anything similar to that, you need to be very, very careful. Remember, Venus is Maya, and when Maya goes in Scorpio, Maya takes different forms, shapes and sizes, and that means the illusion can be very pleasing to eye but very detrimental to your health. This is one thing. Another thing is that you will try to, on one side you will try to explore your relationship, on the other side you will be very hidden and secretive in your heart, and when you open up, that will be very emotional, it will be very transformational. So you will try to find somebody who can handle this energy. The problem is that if you assume that somebody will handle it without you seeing things in a matured manner, especially what happens in teenage, you might end up misjudging people, and you might end up regretting your own decision. So be very careful, because when you love fiercely. When you protect yourself fiercely. When you guard like a kind of a beast. Nobody can penetrate the wall that you create, and that is again a problem, because if Venus in Scorpio people gets hurt, they will create a wall, and then it is very difficult to penetrate that wall. But on the other hand, you can be extremely friendly, you can win people's heart, you invest in people who love you, who you love, and you value that connection, that special connection. So on one side, the trust may not come easy, but when it happens for a lifetime. And that's the relationship that Venus in Scorpio builds. And so Venus in Scorpio can make some wonderful friends. So if you have someone as a friend who has Venus in Scorpio, you have a special friend there. On the other side, on the self-love area, where Venus in Scorpio is more about outward expression, your emotions will run deep and you can easily get lost in that emotion. You are always lost in thought. And the problem is you will miss who you are. On one side, you want to go and explore things. You feel like you are navigating a dark sea with a lot of potential of transformation, which makes you vulnerable, and then you tries to cover that up, and then you tries to hide, mask it, create a superficial emotion or superficial personality. But then who really is you? That is where the problem is. Never ever let go of your original self. Upgrade, but know who you are. So in this case, documenting your emotions, reading newspapers, meditation, talking to someone who is a trusted friend, revealing your hidden treasures. If you don't have anybody, just do it in front of God. That is what is going to help you. Release of energy is very important when Venus moves to Scorpio. When Venus goes in Scorpio, the career can be psychology, healing, something that needs a lot of passion. You can be in fashion designing, someone who is doing things out of the way, someone who is creating a name in society that we have never seen before. Such kind of passion is what is created when Venus comes in Scorpio. It makes you creative, it makes you a healer, it makes you a person of great magnetism, great aura, so you can be a celebrity here. But then you have to ensure that you are known for all good reasons and not for all the bad reasons. And you can actually create a lasting impact in the world. All you have to do is take care of your actions, karma, and ensure that you are not occupied by the thoughts of Rahu, but you are following a very Jupiterian way of life. When Venus goes in Scorpio, and if it is aspected by Saturn, if it is in trine with Rahu, then this Venus can create a little negative result, a little bit of a Saturn and Rahu mixture that combines with Venus, takes it a little into darkness. So in that case, finding a guru who can teach you Tantra, positive one, not the negative one, or following the path of Mata Mahalakshmi by chanting Shri Suktam will really help you in the long run. I hope this explains what Venus in Scorpio means. A transit video will come soon. Stay tuned and do write your views in the comment section. How are you feeling if you have Venus in Scorpio?